Hello, I'm Mark Bruno,
And I'm Jeff Davey.
and we're the Monterey Peninsula Home Team. Today we're going to talk about 3 things that second homeowners need to know before buying a home here in the Monterey Peninsula. So the first thing we want to talk about here in the Monterey Peninsula, if you're looking to buy a second home here, there are so many different options, and most people don't realize what's here. They think about the coastal cities only. There are so many neighborhoods. So the first thing that we like to do before you even get started really looking at houses is we drive you around and we show you neighborhoods. Pacific Grove has 3 different areas that are totally different from each other and unique. You know, the downtown area of Pacific Grove would be the Old Retreat. You have the Asilomar area, which has these big lots. The Old Retreat is these tiny little houses that are on 1,800 square foot lots that go back to when it was an old Methodist retreat back in the late 1800s. And then we have the what they call the Beach Track area, which is kind of in the middle, and it's probably on the most beautiful stretch of coastline here. Carmel is the same way. You know, the golden rectangle in Carmel is what everybody thinks they want in Carmel until they realize, you know, it's the most expensive part and you get smaller homes. So if you go out to Carmel Point, sometimes you get a little bit more privacy and you're away from some of the summer traffic and tourism. You can get up on the hill above Carmel. There's down the coast. I mean, they're in the Carmel Valley. There's so many different areas here. So we literally could spend 3 or 4 hours in a car just showing you what we have to offer in this area.
And the second point is a pretty common question to ask us: what are the property taxes? And fortunately or unfortunately, depending upon how you feel about it, in California, the property taxes are pretty easy here in the Monterey Peninsula. It's 1.025% of the sales price. And no communities change that until or unless Proposition 13 is modified by the state of California, which hasn't happened yet. So it's a pretty easy number. It's going to be that number of your purchase price times that percentage, and you pay it every year, twice a year. So,
and I think it could go up no more than 2% a year or something like that.
It's
all governed by Prop 13.
Allowable 2% per year, and that's it.
So the third thing we always want to talk about here is kind of a lifestyle choice. You know, when you talk about the Monterey Peninsula, there are microclimates. If you live along the coast, especially on the Pacific Ocean side, it's going to be foggier, especially in the summer months when you think it's going to be warmer. Actually, it's going to be colder. So parts of Pebble Beach, parts of Carmel, even down the coast in the Carmel Highlands or further south can be in the fog more often than, say, Pebble Beach up on top of the hill, or Pacific Grove, or parts of Monterey like Fisherman's Flats. Yeah, Fisherman's Flats is where the fishermen way back when used to take their nets to dry because there was always sun there in the summertime, even though the bay might be fogged in. So part of that trip, that when we're cruising around looking at different neighborhoods, we also can talk about the microclimates that are available here. And if you're somebody who wants the peninsula, you want to get away from the heat of the San Joaquin Valley, or let's say you're coming from Texas or you know, somewhere in the south, Arizona, whatever, then you may want the coastal areas with the fog. However, most people that buy a house in the fog after 4 or 5 years end up moving inland a little bit further as they spend more and more time here. So those are all things we can talk about. The other part of the lifestyle that's really important would be, you know, whether you want to walk to town and have a home that's really close to downtown Pacific Grove or downtown Carmel or even downtown Monterey, where you just come to town, park your car, walk everywhere for the weekend and never have to drive. Or if you want something with more elbow room, where you've got maybe a 1/4 acre lot or bigger, then you've got parts of Pebble Beach, different parts of Carmel or Carmel Valley, or even Highway 68 might be better suited for you, or down the coast. But you're gonna have to get in your car and drive to restaurants and shopping and things like that. So there are so many variables in our area when it comes to buying a second home or a primary home for that matter.
But that's the fun part about you know, coming out here first. Just take a tour with us and see what areas you like before you start really getting into seeing houses, as it'll help you make that decision.
It's just going to, you know, make your time that much more better spent when you do start narrowing down and looking at houses in specific neighborhoods. Sure. So as always, if you have any questions for Jeff or I, you know, give us a call, send us an email. Thank you again for watching our videos, and that's it.
Yeah, I'm Jeff Davey.
And I'm Mark Bruno.
And we're the Monterey Peninsula Home Team. Have a good day.